All right, get excited, everybody, get excited!
I'm sexy and I know it. I'm sexy and I know it.
Woo! In case you haven't noticed, I've had a few too many GoPro Enduros today. A little excited to be here. What about you? You a little excited for this?
I'm super pumped. Who's super pumped? Come on.
As you know, what I'm excited about for Amy is this. You know, she's helped some of her friends from the town she's from, the area she's from, do something other than watch potatoes grow. I'm just lightening the load a little bit. You guys in your shiny BMWs driving around Houston County are turning a lot of heads, okay? Just because of simple things and following people like Amy Guerrettte, listening and believing her when she hammers home the getting started training. For those of you who have never been through this, this is going to be a treat for you. This is the #1 thing that you should pay attention to today because this is how it's going to get your business started right now. If you don't believe me, just look at the coat that I have on, look at the coat that Matt and Tracy Julio have on, the one that Kevin Merriweather has on. Ask those people how they got there. They got there because they listened to the getting started training and did the simple steps that we provide. So, Amy?
So the first thing I was taught was the single most important thing you need to do for your new people that you sign up is to give them the Get It Started training. Scott told me that I was helping them build their business, and if I didn't do this, I was going to be preventing them, holding them back from building their business, which makes it so that they hold me back from building my business too. So it takes, after a challenge party, whenever you're meeting one-on-one, it doesn't take more than 15 minutes to sit down with this person with the time that they deserve. So the very first thing that you want to do is make sure that you're active, which means it's $125 a month in auto ship volume, which is typically your personal kit or kits that you have sold. And we recommend that you become active on the 5th of the month, which is the very first auto ship day, and so that you can start making money immediately. You want to make sure that you know your login to the VineNet, and you picked it, so sometimes I wish I could have gone back and picked something different. But you picked it, so make sure you know your login and your password. It's www.whatever, and then .bodybyvine.com. Create your profile, upload your picture, and watch the VineNet tutorials. And make sure you always have media kits, extra product on hand, so that if somebody wants samples, you can give it to them right then. My husband says that my BMW is a mobile office laptop, product, everything. So I could literally sign someone up right in the passenger seat of my car if I had to. The questions that I asked myself when I went to my very first challenge party in May was, can I do this? I don't really think I have time to do this. I have a full-time job, mommy, wife, husband's pretty high maintenance, so I'm like, well, can I do this? But, in the end, I knew that I could, and I knew that there were people in my family and my friends that I could teach to do it too, and that's what's important, is that after I have taught them, they have done exactly what I'm doing, and they're teaching them people too.
That's fantastic. And you guys listen to Amy Guerrettte, because you know what? She is running through this compensation plan like there's no tomorrow. From zero to presidential director in a few short months. You pay attention to what this woman says, because it's the real deal, okay? Part of this is you need to follow a simple system that you can duplicate. Something that can be done without you being there. So when she said, can I do this? She's a stay-at-home mom. She has kids, has a husband, has a life, has, all this other stuff going on in her life. But she found a way to incorporate a simple conversation into her day. Do I have time? Yes, I do have time. Everybody has time. Would I be willing to do what you're doing to me and my friends and family? Well, let me ask you this. Are you willing to help your friends and family live a healthier, more prosperous life? If you are, share this with everybody. If you're not, shame on you. You probably don't have very many friends. Share it with everybody. They care about you, you care about them, help them out. And they can eventually be done without me being there. That's the biggest key with all of this. Keep this simple, so it's easily duplicatable, so it can be done whether you are there or not. It doesn't matter. Those people that can press play on a DVD and blend a shake and build a business, period, don't overcomplicate this thing. Keep it simple. So anyway, why don't you talk about how we get started with this?
So you're going to want to meet your support team. So that's whoever brought you here, the people that are their uplines. You want to make sure that you have your Visalus contact information, which everyone has to get it started training. So over on the right-hand side of the floor, you'll see all the numbers. You want to make sure that you tune into the vision call every Monday and the membership call every Thursday. I will tell you that I've even had to inspire Jared LeBlanc to get on the call every now and then. So stay plugged in so that you can know what's going on, that you're the first to know so that you can tell your team. You don't want somebody from your team calling you and telling you what they heard on the vision call. Setting goals. Chris Maple, did you say? Yes. I am very OCD about goals. I want to know people's goals. I want to help them reach their goals. And how will I help you reach them if you don't tell me what they are? So set your 90-day challenge. My very first 90-day challenge was to lose 30 pounds, which I did. But it's really important to hold yourself accountable to your goals. Hang that goal somewhere in your home that preferably probably the refrigerator, so that when you're going to the refrigerator, you're like, oh no, I'm not going to eat that. And I know that there's people in here that have set their goals, so how about you, Mel? What's your goal?
My second 90-day challenge is to lose 30 pounds.
Her? And Sarah, what is your goal?
My next one's 15 pounds.
Nice. Scott, how about you? What's your goal?
Goals? Set goals? We're our 90-day challenge, right? Yeah, my next 90-day challenge goal is to lose 15 more pounds and get down to 12% body fat.
Nice. In the last training that we went in Atlanta, Blake Mallon actually said you cannot promote the challenge unless you're on a challenge. So whatever the challenge may be, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to quit smoking, whether it's to just stop eating donuts, whatever it is, you need to have a goal that, because we are goal driven, right? The very next thing that you want to do is become a rising star, which means you want to have 3 promoters. And this happened to me too. My husband is actually one of my promoters because I said, you're going to make me a rising star. So you want to go out and you want to talk to people about what you're doing and your goals and see if they have the same goals as you, see if they feel passionately about building another business or feel passionately about you, one or the other. And you want to make sure that you have 3 active promoters under you, which remember is $125, and you have a group volume of $2,000, and you want to do that in 30 days. The next,
Or 7.
yeah, 7 preferably. 30 was my day book. So then you want to refer 3 people to get your product for free, which means if you're on a transformation kit, you want to try to get 3 people or the volume of 3 people in your transformation kit so that you can get it for free. You don't have to do that to become a rising star, but it is important. And then the most important one is Scott Whitney once told me, if your why doesn't make you cry, then you need to get a new one. And I did not cry for a long time until we had a challenge party in Caribou, Maine. And I stood up there and bawled like a baby. Like I was embarrassed, I was crying so much. And so I do know that and my why has changed because when I started promoting the challenge, my very first why was, I just want to get my product for free, that's why I'm doing this. And then my second was I just don't want to put Christmas presents on a credit card. And then my third why was I want to get done work. Right? So, and probably very soon, I'm going to get done work. So your why is very important because on the days when you've been told a million times no, that you'll still get up in the morning and go back after it and do it again and again because someone will say yes, and it will make all the difference. So I would like to call on a few people to tell me their why. Whitney Maple can go first. Whitney Maple, what's your why?
My why has evolved. It initially started like you to lose weight, and my goal is to get done and enjoy my 3 children that I have.
Todd Yagney, what is your why? Come on.
essentially to help my kids with their nutrition goals, teach them how to be healthier. And then it evolved just like yours to getting done and doing it full time. And as of 3 weeks ago, I just did that.
On this side, let me see. What's your why?
My why was to be able to keep up with the 3 kids that I stay at home taking care of, and it has evolved into maintaining a weight in a healthy way, not by not eating, but by eating the right things. So far, so good.
Awesome.
All right, so those are all great reasons why you're doing this. Just remember, it will evolve over time. It will change because the way you did this for in the beginning is not what you're going to be doing this for 1, 2, 3, 4 months down the road. And everyone in here that's done that, it has evolved over time. And I know that mine has as well. What we're going to start with here, step 1, is to start your list. This is something I want you all to be very diligent with. This is not something to take lightly. You're going to start now with the top 25 people you have the best relationship with in your local community. Why your local community? Because there's the people you're inviting to your first challenge party. Okay? But do not stop at 25. Your list needs to be a minimum of 150 names and numbers committed to paper. Put through the system the right way to build your business. Why 150 names? Because when we put this system in place for you, you are going to connect 5 people a day for a month. That's 150 names. And you're going to be a rising star, pushing, if not already, a regional director in that time frame. If you want to take this serious, if you want to have a full-time income with this, then you will do what we ask you to do. If you want to get paid like a hobby and work to make a little bit of money at home, do what you want to do. Okay? Listen to the people who are successful, for they know the way. Get your list as big as you can. If you're having trouble generating names on your list, go to memoryjogger.visalus.com. Outstanding resource, 100 questions it'll ask you. Who did you know throughout your whole entire life? Who did you play sports? Where people you know, your former jobs, former employers, the whole 9 yards. What's going to happen is it's going to spark a name, which is going to generate 4 or 5 other names around it because it brings your memory back to that point in life. Make your list as big as you can. This is your business plan. Okay? The bigger your list, the better. That's why we talk about this all the time. But if you were offered, if I were to say, hey, I'll give you $20 a name for every single name and number you can put on paper. How many names would you commit to paper? It'd be a whole lot more than 150, I guarantee you. For those of you people that think you only know 25 to 30 people, I challenge you to open your cell phone. For all of you who are on Facebook, I guarantee you have more than 30 friends on Facebook. Build your list, make it big. The reality is $20 a name is a pittance compared to the value of what those people become once they join your business. There are people that joined my business on day 1 in September of 2009. Someone says, how much is that name worth? Well, I don't know. They're still promoting. They're still earning a paycheck. They're still earning me a paycheck. Literally, who knows? The sky's the limit. It's at least tens of thousands of dollars right now. It's going to be hundreds of thousands, soon millions of dollars. $20 a name is nothing. Get that list as big as you can. Do not prejudge anyone for any reason. I know all of you think that I'm just going to call the fat guy up, me, the fat guy that cut your grass, call that guy because he needs to lose weight. Okay? There are other people here that need this product beyond the fat guy that cut your grass. Okay? You need the people out there. Every single person has the ability and has the need for this product in this business. Everybody needs good health. Everybody needs good nutrition. Everybody needs to make more money, whether you think they do or not, is irrelevant. We have multi-millionaires that join this business because they like making money. It's an investment. Plus, they get to help to lift other people up with them that couldn't do it otherwise. So don't prejudge anybody. Get everybody on your list. Have it all in one place. Get a notebook. Have it with you at all times. You're always going to be adding to it, and you need to keep track of what you need to do for a follow-up with the people on your list. This is a big one too. Recruit up, not down. Influence equals speed. What that essentially means is if some of those names on your list make you sweat thinking about calling them, those are the people you call first. You don't want to have a long conversation with them? Connect them to your upline or microphone works. get them connected to it with somebody else so you don't have to sweat through the entire phone call, okay? Add to your list daily, you know, go out looking for referrals, lifestyle, Facebook, the whole 9 yards, add friends to friends, you know, et cetera, et cetera. This is my biggest thing that I will tell each and every one of you today that I have a zero tolerance for. Schedule your pre-party and challenge party. Do not leave this room today without putting a pre-party and challenge party in your calendar. Get it to your sponsor today. If they're not here, shame on them. Get it to your upline instead. But get it in the calendar today. Do not sabotage your business or your life by not scheduling a pre-party and challenge party today. You guys got into this business, you got started in this to make money, to help people with their health and wellness. Do it, do your diligence with it, get it done. I want to see a bunch of people writing down dates right now. I want to see a bunch of people handing off this piece of paper at the end of this training so that you guys are geared for success. For information on what you should have at your challenge party, go to party.visalus.com. It has all the documents, what you should have, how it should be run. Be diligent with it, keep it simple, don't overcomplicate it. For those of you who think you have to have trays of food and all kinds of things at your party, stop. Keep it simple. Our parties that we do, the things that we perform, if there's anything there, it's a small vegetable tray. But I tell people, no food, no drinks, nothing. Keep it simple. She's shoving me. Yeah, well, I get directed.
Having some logistical problems.
Some logistical problems.
That's okay.
Yeah, this is weird. I feel like
I know.
backwards. But get it scheduled, keep it simple. It makes it easily duplicatable so that everybody can do it. Okay, so Amy, why don't you share with us about how we pre-party?
So, Visalus has given you numerous things that you can use to talk to people so that you don't have to try to think up what you need to say. So you're going to want to call the people on the phone. You're going to want to say something like, "Hi, this is Amy." And they're going to say, "Yeah, great, awesome, nice to hear from you." And then you're going to say something like, "You'll never believe what I just found out." And Nick's aren't opposed, so you're supposed to hang up on them right then. But I never hung up on anybody. You know, and then you're going to tell them a little bit about what you're doing, and then you're going to say, you know, "Are you open to more information?" And if they say yes, which hopefully they do, you're going to offer them tools like the Byline, videos on your website. I will tell you that when I first started out, I sent everyone to my website. So that was the first one that I used. The new, or now the old, Success from Home magazine came out when I first got started. So I handed that off to a lot of people and said, you know, there's this really cool guy, Scott Whitney, and he's in there, and Matt and Tracy Pouliot are in there, and they're really cool, so you should check it out. Always the sample, you know, you always want to offer them a sample, see if they want to try it, see, you know, what if they like it. The Body by Vibe Media Kit, which will come in your, whichever way that you promote, it will come in your kit. You can pass it off to them, and then you want to say something like, "Somebody, promised this to somebody tomorrow, so I'm going to call you back and see, you know, what your favorite part was, and I'm going to take it back," okay? You don't want to leave it with them forever. And then a 3-way call with the upline, which works really good in our team, because we are in such a vast area, I guess, that people still don't know about Body by Vibe, which really surprises me. But you know, talking to me makes me the expert, and they know who I am, but they don't know, you know, that I just started this in May.
It's great, great information. So this is what we call our funnel. You know, so it's time to pre-party. What you're going to do is when you get these people on the phone, you're going to put them through 2 different tools. You know, whether it's the Byline, your websites, whatever. I like to tell people if you want to go fast and keep it simple, you're going to connect people 3-way phone call to the Byline, and then you're going to send them to your website to watch your videos and invite them to a challenge party. This is where my OCD comes in with this, and I tell you, get a pre-party and challenge party scheduled, because if you don't have a challenge party scheduled, then you're just having a conversation with no meaning. Because if you don't have a challenge party to invite these people down and you're putting through this system, where are they going to go? How are you going to sign them up? Schedule your challenge party, put them through the system, expose them to 2 different tools prior to, and invite them to your challenge party. So the challenge party is the 3rd exposure. Why? Because the average person needs 3 exposures to something before they are ready to make a purchasing decision. And you're just setting up the first 2 exposures prior to the challenge party so that the challenge party is the 3rd exposure. So they are at your home ready to make a purchasing decision. Yes or no, doesn't matter, they are ready. In your tool belt, you have a ton of different resources to you. Amy went over those, so I'm not going to go back over it again, but just make sure you are equipped for success and that these items are in your vehicle and they are with you at all times because you will need them to grow your business. Remember, motion creates emotion. People follow excited, happy people. People follow and run after the person that's running. You think for 1 second that Amy Guerrettte is a presidential director the day after Thanksgiving because she sat down and ate 3 plates of turkey? No! No! You think Jared Blank was going to go out there with 24 hours and generate $6,000 to $7,000 in volume because he's not excited? No! People are following these people because they're excited, they have energy, they're out there, they're having fun, and they're helping people join. I loved what Chris and Wendy said about, hey, we're making $4,000 a month driving 2 free BMWs. You want to check out what we do? That's awesome. That's perfect. That's a great opening statement, right? But they're excited. I mean, did you see their face up here? I mean, have you seen 2 people smile more than that? I mean, good Lord, they're coming out of their skin. People are running after them. Do that. These people are successful because of what they're doing. And all I can say is that if you want to have what they have, do what they're doing. Be a pearl diver. This is one of those things that, not everybody's going to want to do this. It's following the SW rule, which is some will, some won't. So what? Next. You're going to sit there, and you're going to open up an oyster. There's no pearl. You're going to open up another one. No pearl. Open up another one. No pearl. Open up another one. Oh, wait, there's a pearl. Boom. Linda Barton, Regional Director, 2 weeks. That's a pearl. Another pearl, for me, was somebody requesting me as a friend on Facebook that I thought I was already a friend with, that deleted me. When she added me back, 4.5 months after starting her business, she became an ambassador in Tracy Pouliot. So, you just never know what oyster is going to have and what that pearl is going to look like and how it's going to come about, but you have to keep going through your list. You have to keep opening those oysters. You have to keep going with the pearl. Now, if one of the oysters you opened up is one of your relatives you care about, that you love, and they're just, no, I'm not interested, no, I'm not moving on, no, I don't want to do this, and you say, but you're pretty, and you're a nice oyster, where's your pearl? But you really need to do this because I'm doing it. Aren't you a pearl? Don't you want to do this with me? No. And if you chase that person and keep following that person, looking at that oyster, hoping it generates a pearl, all those other people that are out there on your list are being picked up by somebody else. Let them go. Don't carry the non-pearl oysters on your back. They will weigh you down, they will slow you down, and they will stop your business. Let them go. They will come back to you at some point in time. Throw a couple grains of sand at them. Maybe that'll turn into a pearl a little bit later on, right? Pre-party within the next 24 hours. Schedule your personal pre-party now. I'm not going to go over this. I already did. But please, please, please do not skip this step. Do not skip this step. Do not skip this step. Don't skip this step. You think it might be important to not skip this step? You think maybe, possibly, perhaps, perchance, you might want to pre-party? Talk to the people making money in the room. They pre-party. Step 4, additional party promotion. This is what I call additional. In addition to, and add on to what you're already doing as you are going through making your calls. Making your calls is the only way to get people to your challenge party, but the way to remind them, you can do it on Facebook, doing an event invite, emails, text blasting, the whole 9 yards. But these are additional party promotions. These are not a way to invite. I had somebody tell me once, they said, man, I'm going to have a huge party. Do you think that you could bring a couple more people with you? I have 3,000 people I invited on Facebook. I said, you know what? I'll call you tomorrow after your party. You let me know how it goes. What do you mean? I can't handle 3,000 people. And I said, that's great. Fantastic. Nobody's coming. Do you know how many people showed up to that person's party? 1, his mother. But guess what? He talked to her. And I said, see, you talked to her, she showed up. The rest of you didn't, they're not here. Go figure. Additional party promotion, that's all this is for. Please do not use this as your primary way of inviting people to your challenge party. Facebook is huge. You can ask Amy, ask anybody else in the room. Facebook is absolutely a great way to keep the information out there top of mind. It keeps it out in front of people so they see it. You can help see before and after pictures, see other people with success in the challenge. It helps get them involved. And what happens if a prospect goes out of town? This is where, Amy talked about doing a three-way call with your upline, and, that's all we do. You can send them to the overview.visalus.com website. That'll give them the Challenge Party DVD that they can watch, but you want to, ultimately, my favorite tool is the third-party phone call. It was the most resistant thing to me in the very beginning because I was too bullheaded with this. I wanted to do it my own way. But as soon as I started using this, people who were saying no, 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 were saying yes, yes, yes. And I remember my first buddy I looked at, I said, I've been talking to you for 2 freaking months, and you've been saying no. This guy was on the phone for 2 minutes with you, and you said, what do I sign? I'm like, are you kidding me? But then it clicked. I'm like, I don't have to work this hard. I don't have to know everything. I don't have to do it all. All I have to do is get this clown on the phone, right? I'm the clown, okay, now, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy to be here. But anyway, here's how it works. You and your prospect, you have a level of trust. You take with your prospect and you promote the expert so that they respect the expert. So when that person comes on the line, they are ready to listen to them. If I go and I say, hey, I want you to talk to my friend Tracy, they're like, who the heck's Tracy? Some random person. But if I say, hey, I want you to talk to the first ambassador out of the state of Maine, did it in 4.5 months, has a team absolutely on fire, she makes a 6-figure a year income, and she knows how to build this business, make money, and lose weight, you need to hear what she has to say. She only has about a minute to talk, so I'm really excited for you, but please pay attention to what she has to say. You put her on the line after that, she's 10 feet tall and bulletproof, that person's like, oh my God, I'm talking to Tracy Pouliot. I'm excited. I don't know who she is, but man, I'm excited. So just do it the right way. Amy, what do you think about events, power events?
Well, I will tell you that when I went to Atlanta, I had no idea what to expect. And then I got back, and the very next month I hit presidential director, right? So I learned a lot, I was motivated, I brought lots of information back to my team that in turn made them motivated. But even if you're feeling a little bit unenergized, I don't really want to do this, somebody's making me do this, go. Go and be part of that energy. If you think that this room is electric, you should see a room with 10,000 people with the founders of the company standing up there, talking to you like they're talking, to just about anybody. It's incredibly moving. And I will tell you that I didn't really know a lot about Ryan Blair until we went to this, and then a grown man named Ryan Blair stood up on stage and cried, right? I mean, that will move you and inspire you to do great things because he's doing great things.
Absolutely. The power of events is incredible. We have, as a company, we have an event cycle. Local success, regional success, national success. Our business is events. It's not the 90-day challenge, that's what we promote. Our business is events. The more people that you have at an event, the more successful your business will be. All I can say is this. Nick Sarnicolo talked to me and Doc Baldwin in October of 2009, and Doc asked him, he said, how do we get to that ambassador thing? Is that even possible? And Nick said, I'll tell you what, you bring 10 people to Tampa in November, and in 4 months or less, you will be an ambassador, period. So we went to Tampa. Doc had about 13 people on his team. I had 8 people on my team. In 4 months, they went ambassador. In 5 months, I went ambassador. Okay? Understand that this isn't about you. The event is about building belief within your team and in you as well. Because you need to see, they need to see, that this is bigger than Scott Whitney, the guy that cuts the grass, right? They need to see all these other stories. They need to see all these people. I mean, look at the health testimonies up here. Are you kidding me? All these people getting off of medications, losing all this weight. It's unbelievable. That's what they need to see and hear. They need to see the people getting in their BMWs in less than a month. They need to see the people that are earning a 6-figure income a year. They need to see those people who are firing and are ready to fire their boss. Because those stories make this real. This is a business that if you get hung up on the facts, what's in it, how it works, all these things, all this jargon, then you're going to do a lot of time studying and not a lot of time making money building your business. Facts tell, stories sell. Get on that program, tell stories, share it with people, show them how they can be successful, but absolutely get them to these events because these events will build that belief in your team. And you want to build from event to event, local, regional, national, repeat. The bids part of this is butts in the seats. The more butts you have in the seats, the more your paycheck's going to be. Plain and simple. Regional success flyer, national success flyers are being passed around. These trainings are things that I cannot impress upon you enough. This is a small, local success training, okay? It's small now. 2 years ago, this was huge. To put that in perspective, when I was in Tampa, Florida in November of 2009, that was Vitality, the national success training for Visalus. It was probably this room right here. You guys were the national training in November of 2009. I think there's actually more people here than were there, okay? Understand how far we have come. The first event that Matt, Tracy, and I held in Maine had about 35 people at it, okay? 35 people. And we've come to this. We've had trainings here now that have pushed 200-300 people. There's about 250, 300 people here today. Understand what this is doing and where this is going is because people had belief. They went to these trainings, they went to these events, they got these stories, they came back on fire, lit up, 10 feet tall, bulletproof, went out and told every single person in their community and got them started right now. Do not miss these trainings. Do not second guess anything. Get on it, register today, and get it done. The next training for this organization, for this group, is going to be in Detroit, Michigan in February. Look at that on your Regional Success Tour training. Make sure you are registered and get there. Kansas City is coming in March. This is a non-option. You guys want to build your business? You want to make money? You want 6 figures a year? You want to fire your boss? There's no excuse to not be here. No excuse.
Is anybody registered? Anybody? Woohoo! Good job. Nice.
Those of you who register this event, your life will change. You go to this event, your life will change forever. I guarantee it. All right, so now it's time to create your story. All of you, let's just real quick, how many people have a goal of getting into a free BMW within the next 30 days? So the rest of you already have one? Awesome. Okay. All right. Race the regional director. Your actions determine your results. You want to do income-generating activities every single day. And this is things like, how many conversations you're going to have, how many tools you're going to pass out, how many people are you following up with, and how many challenge parties are you running per week? How many challenge parties are you running per week? Okay? If you want to be successful with this, get out a pen and paper, write down your daily and weekly goals on all the above things. How many phone calls are you going to make per day? How many people are you going to connect this to per day? How many challenge parties are you going to have per week? If you set aside 60 to 90 minutes every single day in your schedule to do income-generating activities, you absolutely will not fail. If you do not take that 60 to 90 minutes a day and schedule it, it's not going to happen. And don't make the excuse that my closet needs to be cleaned out, the carpet needs to be vacuumed, there's dust in the garage. Did you see that cobweb up on the second floor? Seriously, let it go. Do the things that make you successful in this business. 60 to 90 minutes per day. Everybody can do this. Everybody can carve that time out. And it doesn't have to be consecutive. It can be 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. But do diligence with it, and you will be successful. And absolutely 100% use the most archaic tool that we have. It's called a calendar. There are 30 boxes in a calendar. Very simple and crude. Square, some of them are rectangle, fill them in. If you're not making enough money and you have a lot of blanks in your calendar, fill them in. Make a call, do something. The only thing in this business that you have control over is how many people you put into the top of the funnel. You have no control over what they're going to do. You have no control if they're going to be a customer, distributor, or not interested. That's the 3 things that are going to happen. All you have to do is know that if you put 25 to 50 people through this system the right way, you're going to have 20 to 25 people confirmed to your challenge party, of which 10 to 15 people will actually show up. Why? Because people flake. It's life. 10 to 15 people show up at your challenge party, you are now a Rising Star Director. That's the average in the company. Okay, you're going to get 3 promoters, 3 customers, products free, you're moving forward. So, if you want to know how to get into a free BMW, just have 6 good challenge parties. Plain and simple. You help 6 people become a Rising Star Director, you're driving a free black BMW. You help 12 people drive free black BMWs, you are now an ambassador with a 6-figure a year income and life-changing life. But don't sit back. Don't take a break. Don't relax. Now is not the time. If you have this goal for yourself, it's going to be very simple. This is all we have for time.